What's up, everyone? I'm Stephen Learson, and I've been listening to a lot of Nine Inch Nails lately, like nonstop. And besides the fact that Trent Reznor has an amazing voice and he's a gifted songwriter, I've also just noticed these incredible production techniques going on in their songs. And so for this video, I thought I would try and just apply some of those techniques to my own music and kind of just see what comes out. One thing that I noticed from listening to their music is that a lot of it is odd. And what I mean by that is they'll take a drum loop or a sequence that has an odd count, like 5 or 7 or 11, and then they'll fit it over a 4/4 groove. And the result is kind of like this cascading waterfall of notes that never really settles or lands. And it's kind of like a clever way to build tension because nothing ever really resolves. So I'm going to start with the OB6, and I made this sequence of percussive sounds, and it's in 6. So it's pretty gritty sounding, it has a strange rhythm, but if I put in a kick with quarter notes, it starts to get a little more groovy. Now I'm going to come over to my MS-1 and make a sequence in 7. And when I put that together with the percussive sequence I made on the OB6, and then throw in a kick and a snare, you start to feel that tumbling kind of sound. And just for fun, I'm going to add a sequence in 3. So I have all these odd patterns going on, and I kind of set them up to be harmonically ambiguous. So now I'm going to go over to my Juno 60 and add some harmonic movement to the sequences. One thing Trent Reznor does a great job of is using a lot of space in his music. And so I'm going to write a bass part that's kind of sparse, but just hits real hard. So to do this, I'm going to have to double down. First, I'm going to use the MS-1 to get the growl. And then I made this patch on the Prologue that's all sub. I also EQ each bass track so they're not getting in the way of each other. I cut the lows on the growl bass and then cut the highs on the sub. For recording vocals, there are a few tricks we can apply. One is to use a low pass and high pass EQ to give them a dull telephone-like sound.
An echo of the night shakes me like a memory.
Another cool thing I wanted to try was this stutter effect that I heard, but it's actually not on the vocal track, it's on the reverb track of the vocals. So the way I did this is I recorded my vocal track and then found a reverb that I really liked, and then I printed it. I recorded the reverb, and then once I did that, I zoomed in and just chopped it all up.
An echo of the night shakes me like a memory.
Once we get to the chorus, I'm going to take that low pass and high pass EQ that's really tight, and I'm going to spread it right out. And this is a great way to make the vocals sound big and up front for the chorus.
I made a monster protect the kid inside. I made a monster.
Now I have my vocal EQ all set up. I have my stutter effect on the reverb. I have my odd sequences, and I got my bass bombs. So this is what it sounds like all together.
An echo of the night shakes me like a memory, like a train that shakes my room as it goes by. Sometimes I'm aboard the train, standing in the back. Sometimes I'm the engine, racing down the track. I made a monster to protect the kid inside. I made a monster, but did I compromise? Buried him so deep in the reaches of my mind. Did I lose the kid in my disguise? I made a monster. Tragedy, I've had my share, but I never ask for help. The path I never want to take is the one that leads to myself. I made a monster to protect the kid inside. I made a monster, but did I compromise? Buried him so deep in the reaches of my mind. Did I lose the kid in my disguise? I made a monster.
So there's a few production techniques that I picked up from listening to Nine Inch Nails nonstop. And it's really cool because it's not the way that I normally write music. Nine Inch Nails is such a vibe, and you really have to just start with the right vibe. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like building a house, but starting with a chair. So I hope you found this interesting. I certainly learned a lot doing it. And if you like this video, please subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. And I'm back every Monday with some fresh sonic material. All right, we'll see you.